It is session 1, Stars Without Number, Fels Rising. There's no recap because, well, this is our first session. We begin on the planet Paradise Lost as a small shuttlecraft breaks through the atmosphere and the clouds. You would know this is General Marquard's shuttlecraft. Today is day 278, Balfrist. The day is 242. It is his meeting with Lord Fels, and obviously he is returning. The camp is on edge a little bit because they're waiting on the news of what has happened and what the future of this camp will be. This is very distinct. This shuttlecraft is very distinct because it is pieces, parts put together, barely makes the liftoff. It flies once a year for this meeting, and that is it. And it enters the atmosphere and begins to descend slowly down to the camp, to the landing area. Strelix, you know that when the ship lands, it usually brings cargo, and you are one of the personnel who would lift the cargo since you have the mechanical capabilities to do so.
My strength isn't that good, though.
Well, you get some of the lighter items.
Okay.
You can build a giant mech suit with tiny arms.
Either that or my little 4-inch dude has amazing strength for a creature his size.
Like Ant-Man.
He may be small, but he's really strong.
So in the corner of the camp as the ship lands, you may begin to make your way there. Where would the rest of you be on this day? We would say it would be like mid-afternoon.
Well, where do we normally hang out during this time?
I don't know enough about the camp to know exactly where I'd be. I mean, assuming now that we're first level, assuming we've graduated from the Psychic Academy, probably not there necessarily. So I'm not sure what we do with our normal day.
What's the purpose of this camp?
There's got to be some duties they assign us once we're not studying.
Yeah. I'd imagine like after no longer, I'd imagine as part of those duties that Xavier would probably be in the medical area, kind of doing an internship. If boards.
Okay.
So she would probably be. It depends on how busy the infirmary is that day. If it's pretty empty, then she might be like restocking supplies.
Mm-hmm. It's
Krieg, Henry, and Illumination Boy might all be off at like a, Promethean nationalist meeting.
What time of day did you say it was, Pete?
mid-afternoon.
I'm probably in the officer's bar dropping drinks as fast as I can.
Okay.
Illumination Boy would be patrolling the streets. He'd be walking around with his stun buttons out, just looking at people.
All right.
You know what? I probably would be in the Psychic Academy. I would be like meditating, trying my best to like lift two, not super heavy, like actually pretty light and small, but 2 balls into the air mentally with my mind or whatever, with my constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the moment I can only lift like 1 item at a time. And that probably pisses me off that I can't figure out how to do 2.
Since you're doing Constitution, I imagine that you're like trying to like flex and like harder to make it lift.
Well, I do imagine like I'm like shirtless in order to like let the Constitution flow.
Oh, another one of those people.
So everybody make a notice roll. Skrillex, you probably don't need it. Well, you make one. That's fine.
There it is.
Where did my character sheet go?
Yeah, that's a 9.
Wow, I got an 11.
Oh my god.
You're in tune with your constitution.
I am. Well, it's a wisdom-based roll. I have a -1. I actually rolled 2 6s.
Those abs.
I got a 6.
So
Yeah.
My abs vibrate slightly.
Krieg's abs vibrate as he realizes that General Marquard's ship has now descended and is landing at the camp. The rest of you would roll, if you rolled 6 or higher, hear the distinct noise of his ship now entering the camp. It's a very distinct noise. It happens once a year. This is like the only time ships actually show, a ship will actually land here. Skrillex is on his way over to help unload whatever equipment he can. You get to the shuttlecraft. General Marquard gets out. He is a Promethean, but he also has been injured over the years through various wars. One, he likes to talk about it, Pearl Shaw. He's got basically a metal face at this point with metal arms. He wears like some kind of long cloak and carries a sword. He kind of brushes by everyone as they kind of approach the shuttlecraft, looking rather disgusted, but that's kind of his normal nature anyway, and makes his way to his residence. As kind of some onlookers are kind of watching, and they kind of really eager to know what the latest news is. Skrillex, as you approach the shuttlecraft, you look in, and there looks about like half of the amount of supplies that should be here is on this shuttlecraft. In fact, you probably don't have to lift anything because there's enough people here to lift all the stuff.
Okay. So do the other people look surprised by
Oh, yeah.
that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some murmuring about, did he forget something? And they're kind of like looking around thinking maybe they're missing something, but
Guys, what's going on here? What?
I don't know. I just got to take the supplies off, I mean, we got to do what we got to do. It'll be a
Okay,
shorter day for us. Everybody give me another notice roll.
Nope.
Number 7.
8.
Yes, is there...
Oh, I see. I rolled 2 6s in a row.
So you got 12 or whatever. You got...
No, I just have 6. Like I
Oh,
rolled
okay.
4, and I was confused. I thought-
Okay, so whoever rolled higher than a 6. 5.
Yeah, I did.
You're unloading the gear.
Oh no,
So
I meant I was raising my hand. I rolled an 11.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 5. Okay.
No.
Anyway. So we'll go to, so Henry, there's a lot of clamor now in the bar as the general has returned and everybody's like rushing maybe to go run over to his residence, to the admin building, maybe to find out what's going on. And there's a lot of people moving about, grabbing their drinks. So for Skrillex and
Krieg
Kevin
rolled an 8.
and Craig. Is it Craig?
Krieg.
Krieg. See, I'm going to think David Craig, but you're not a quarterback, so that's all right. Krieg.
That's what you think. With his con modifier, he certainly could.
You hear a very strange noise coming out of the sky.
Oh,
It is not, obviously not the General Shuttle, because it's already landed. It is some other strange craft. Partially damaged, smoking, and it is making an approach onto the camp.
Does it look like a Sindoom ship?
No, it does not. It has no Sindoom markings whatsoever. Dustin, give me a D8 roll. So it approaches and streaks over the camp. You can see that the sentries in the towers, you can see weapons fire go off. And as it smokes, it it strafes down and crashes into one of the admin buildings, just missing the Psychic Academy. And there is a large explosion.
So Xavier would hear that and would rush out to inspect the scene.
Okay.
See if anybody and try to like pull anyone out or stabilize anyone.
Did Skrillex hear that?
You did not. Yes, you heard it. Yes, and then you heard the explosion. Yes.
Okay. So I would also go over and try and check it out, though I would be a little bit more cautious than Xavier is.
Okay.
I would, as an on-turn action, my abs would ripple and plates of telekinetic force colored red would form around my body, and a sword of white light forms in my hand as I run over there to kill anyone in there that Xavier is trying to save. Because I assume they're enemies.
Illumination Boy looks around and he says, "My services are needed," and he runs like Naruto towards the
Oh no, with his arms back.
yeah, with
Go
his
dodge
arms
all the
back.
bullets.
And he turns his stun battens on as he runs towards the explosions.
I actually, so I used to be work in a therapeutic day school for kids with special issues, and one of the kids would run around all the time like Naruto. Every time he did it, I thought he was going to go head first into some trip in some rock or into a tree or something. He was the least coordinated kid ever.
Yeah, but I bet he looks super cool.
I'm sure he thought so.
That's really what matters, is the level of coolness, not the level of
right.
practicality. You know, the rule of cool, that's how he goes.
Henry, you don't hear this, but you hear the explosion.
Oh, good God, they blew something up again. All right, then. I'll get up and start walking over. I don't really care.
Okay.
I'll get there when I get there. I'm in no hurry.
Okay. So for I know where Skrillex and Zafir and Krieg are. So Henry and Kevin, give me a D8 roll.
2.
Okay.
Sure, 1, 2, 8.
So yeah, you are near the general's building and in the some of the admin buildings, and that's where the officers that's where the snobby professors go and have their their drinks. So you can feel the building shake from this explosion. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 4.
You're over near where they have they make some of the equipment, and there's some like machine shops and stuff. So you're making your way through those buildings to head over to what's going on. Ready, roll initiative.
Got a 7.
I rolled 8.
8.
I'll write it in the chat.
That's right, me and Illumination Boy always together.
I bump into him like, crime is underfoot, Henry.
Yes, I'm well aware, thank you. Unfortunately, it seems to have been more of an explosion than a crime, though perhaps explosions are crime here.
All right, Henry or Illumination Boy, you're up first. Decide which one. Henry, you can probably get to the scene of the explosion. Illumination Boy, it would probably take you at least one turn to get there if you were running.
Screw it, I'll go see what's going on here. What did the psychic students do this time? That's my question.
The side of the building is slightly burning. There's smoke billowing from it. 3 or 4 people have run out of the one of these admin buildings, and there's papers everywhere on fire. Probably valuable research is being destroyed at this moment.
Oh, Jesus, okay, I want to rescue the research.
Okay.
I must rescue the papers.
You want to make an exert roll to do that?
Oh, I would love to make an exert roll to do that.
Okay.
How did you know? You know, as a matter of fact, I do happen to be an expert in things, so I can re-roll this dice. It's a 7. It's better than before.
Yes. So tell me how you save this valuable research that's burning.
I'm literally just going to jump there and just start grabbing everything up and pulling it out of the fire.
Okay.
I don't know how big the fire is, but I have a feeling it's too big for me to put it out effectively.
There's a lot of localized fires. It's not like a big fireball.
Okay, yeah. About how many localized fires?
10 to 15.
Okay, so if I were to get a combat fire extinguisher, how many could I attack at once?
You probably could take a third of them out.
Yeah, I'll just do a fire extinguisher then if I can just do that.
Okay. Well, you've got the research first. You can take the fire extinguisher next turn.
Yep, I'll save the research first.
All right. Elimination boys make it. Krieg, you can be there. You're at the Psychic Academy, so you were there. You see Henry, who's obviously you know him from Sindhu, saving valuable research that's burning.
Where's the ship? Where did the ship crash?
It crashed right into this building. As you look, you can see through the smoke that there is some kind of shuttle that is on fire, burning.
So, with the sword of telekinetic force in hand, I charge towards the ship,
Okay.
looking for one of these invaders / attackers.
The door begins to open, and a person in some kind of vac suit that is colored brown, red, and white. It's got a weird striping on it. Starts to emerge, like a big ploof of smoke comes out as they open the door, and they're just kind of like looking around, like what the hell? And they have a weapon drawn.
So I'm gonna get within range of my sword, unless he shoots me as I'm coming up.
Okay, no,
and I would hold the tip of the sword out at him and say, "Halt and identify yourself."
He just kind of turns and looks at you with his weapon drawn.
Well, he turns and sees a slightly glowing sword of telekinetic force pointed right at him.
Okay.
But I will give him this much of an opportunity in case he's escaped Sindhu.
Okay. Strelix.
All right, so I run over, and I see these people in these strange striped suits, and Krieg is holding a sword to one of them.
Yeah, you just see one, and you see Henry saving his research.
Okay. It's Henry's research. Do I know that this is?
It's some kind of research. I don't know if it's Henry's or not, but I mean, he doesn't discriminate. I would guess just all research is important to him.
So Skrillex would probably go to help Henry then. Krieg seems like he's got the situation under control with the dude. So yeah, what would I need to roll to help Henry?
You can give me an exert roll.
And what kind of stat should I use with that?
You can pick one and tell me how it works.
Okay. I'll use my. I'll use dexterity. Well, you know what? No, my modifiers are all 0, so it doesn't really matter, and I can't see intelligence or wisdom for that. So, just
Charisma exert.
6.
Okay. Yes, you are successful in grabbing some notebooks that are slightly smoldering, and you grab them from certain destruction.
Notebooks. What kind of backwater data salvage is that?
That's from our D&D campaign. Keep them safe.
All right. Xavier.
So Xavier is going to run up and sees Krieg with weapon drawn at this character. This character still has their weapon drawn.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to let's try this out. I guess it wouldn't. Maybe that wouldn't go here. So I'll draw my laser pistol. Be like, put your weapon down if you wish to live.
Are you going to try? Is this a talk roll to see if you can convince him?
Yes. And yeah, I'm going to back it up with wisdom because I would think that as a psychic, I'm just oozing with what wisdom that people would want to hear when I'm talking. Clearly not. So that's a 3. Not wise enough.
Go anywhere. I started blasting.
Should have used con.
Yeah.
My con's is a 0 modifier. So.
But you'll never convince them with wisdom. You need to convince them with your general physique.
Your vibratium abs are the only way to convince these people.
Xavier is not a big person. She's fairly small. She would be like 5'6", small, ebony skin. So she's not necessarily an imposing figure.
So this intruder, some sort of vac suit, kind of cocks his head, looks at you, and then he looks at the person holding this sword of light and shoots him. Does a 16 hit?
It does not. It deflects off my telekinetic armor.
Whoa.
Vibrating abs.
You let's see. So you're up there and Xavier's up there. Give me a notice roll.
4.
I got a 6.
You catch there's another voice in the ship, and he says something about coordinates. You hear the alarm is going off in the camp, and the soldiers are now have grabbed their equipment, are running, making their way over here. Henry or Illumination Boy. It took you one turn. You are now here. You can see that Strelix and Henry are saving valuable research, we hope.
Are there people still like trying to run away?
There's nobody trying to run away. Some of the people who, the injured who were in the building are technically running away, yes, from the fire.
I would try and like group them up and be like, shots have been fired. We've got to escape. And I would then try and direct them to do the Naruto run outside the building because that'll keep their head low enough so they don't inhale too much smoke.
Okay.
And I'd get them all to run out with me.
Okay. Give me a lead roll.
Lead. I'm gonna use my wisdom because I've done this before, and I got a 9.
Oh boy. Maybe they're in a daze, maybe not. But this sounds like pretty good sound advice. And they follow you out, copying you along the way.
Good. Keep your heads low. Just run out. That's my turn.
All right. Drinking more than I have.
Henry.
Yep. Can I find a fire extinguisher?
Uh, yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
I
very
mean,
optimistic, yeah.
Are they out of date?
I
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it work? Does the helium fire suppression system go off
Right.
in our face?
Sindum cut a few corners by buying fire extinguishers that weren't charged.
What's it called? Second-rate fire extinguishers. Factory second fire extinguishers, that's it. Okay, can I start fighting the fire? Do I need to roll an attack roll against fire?
no, just give me an exert roll.
Okay. You know, this is what I have my hustle point for as well.
Yeah, exactly.
That's an 8 total.
Yeah, you know exactly where there's a fire extinguisher. You go ahead into one of the admin buildings.
Yep.
Who knows how old this thing is? You run out and start to put out some of the fire. Krieg, this person has attempted to shoot you and it deflected off.
You made the wrong choice, and I'm going to stab him. And I rolled a 5 to hit. Actually, I rolled a nat 1 to hit. So you tell me what I have to do.
Okay. You can use a hustle point and re-roll, or just take the consequences.
Oh, I'll take the consequences.
Okay.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Xavier that much anyway.
D100 roll.
69.
Give me an evasion roll. 'Cause that's kind of
Fail. Nat 1.
okay.
It's time. He's dead.
Yep.
Already new
You
characters.
swing wildly, like spinning, pirouetting, and like fall to the ground.
But does he look cool doing it?
No, he doesn't.
Oh.
You are now technically prone.
Level
Strelix.
2. Level 2.
As I'm helping Henry, saving the research, do I hear or notice anything about what's going on with Krieg?
Yeah, give me a notice roll because
4.
no, because Zephyr is in the way.
Okay. So then I'm gonna so how bad is the fire?
I mean, it's not too bad. Henry's able to take some of it out so far.
Okay. I mean, is there anything that looks like super critical in need of saving from the fire, or that's particularly in immediate danger of being consumed?
I would say for somebody like you that a ship has just crashed and there are all sorts of wonderful ship parts inside of said ship that you would probably like to get your hands on.
Okay, I'm going to be looking in particular for any kind of sensitive technology. I mean, chassis material and stuff is nice, but I want those computer bits.
Okay. Are you going to try to head into the ship, or are you just like trying to peer through a window?
No, I'm gonna try and. Well, I mean, does the ship like look structurally unsound?
From your vantage point, no.
Okay.
Looks badly damaged, but
And there's a way into it.
right now there is a hatch that you can see is open.
Okay. Yeah, Henry's got this. I'm gonna try and take a peer in and see what's in there. But just in case, I mean, I did see Krieg held that one guy at sword point, so I am going to ready my rifle and release my wrist blades.
Okay.
Technically, I didn't mention, but even though I missed, unless you want to roll natural 1 doesn't apply, my weapon still did 4 shock damage if his armor class is less than 13 or
Okay.
equal to 13.
Okay.
How dare you, clenches pearls.
Oh yeah, so you move over, realizing that there's valuable software, electronics potentially in this craft. You see that Krieg is on the ground, and this guy is holding his laser pistol, standing in front of the doorway.
So the guy that's holding Krieg down is standing in front of the doorway.
He's not holding him down. Krieg went well. He
Right.
fell on his own, but you don't know that. So
Okay.
Krieg went prone, afraid of distant weapons fire.
Okay, so this guy's in the way and he's threatening Krieg. So Skrillex is glad that he lowered his combat rifle. So he's going to send a burst into that dude.
all right.
I mean, I changed my mind. This is why I felt prone. I sensed with my abs that this burst of fire was coming.
Whoa.
Sense a disturbance in my
Oh,
abs.
sorry. I rolled a 14.
That just misses him.
Okay. That's too bad. Screw it. I'll use a hustle point for that one. That's a 16.
That is a hit.
11 damage.
So you have these blades that come out of your wrists.
Oh no, this is my combat rifle. That's like on my
Okay. So yeah, you blast him. You can see that he is taking damage.
And then Skrillex will shout out, Krieg, you okay?
I'm fine.
Severe.
So did I see Kevin?
I'll give you, you can roll a notice roll to see if you saw Kevin and his.
7.
Yeah, you notice Kevin running off with the rest of the people, some of the people who are in the building to safety.
Okay, so Xavier turns and like sees like out of the corner of her eye like Kevin and a bunch of other people in Naruto running out of the building.
Mm-hmm.
But that boy's gonna get himself killed. You've asked for it, and she'll go and shoot him with the laser pistol.
Okay.
-3 can't be right. Hey, I got a nat 20. I have a -3 on it.
Nice.
Yeah, I did that wrong. So that's a 17.
Well, was it a nat 20?
It was a nat 20, yeah.
Okay, nat 20 is a nat 20.
Yeah, it may have been. If you're not trained in shoot at all, you have a -2 to hit with ranged weapons.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the one.
Well, so give me a D100 roll. It's double damage. Well, this character's obviously leaps and bounds.
So like I said,
your last one.
Whoa.
Roll 20 knows these rules way better than I ever did. So I have quickly figured out that when I don't understand why it rolled what it did, it's usually right and I'm usually wrong.
98.
Okay, 98. What's your weapon? How much damage do you do?
If it's just it rolled 5, but it's a D6.
Okay, so roll another D6 because it's double damage. You'll do that 20.
4, so 9 total.
All right. So tell me how this guy dies.
So I see the weapon fire bouncing off of Krieg's abs, which is I know that's one of Krieg's party tricks that he did in school. Like that's the thing. He'd be like, "Hey, check out my abs." And I hit just right. It goes through his punches a hole through his back suit, through his eye, and you see the blood splatter on the inside, and then he just collapses.
Wow.
And I'd continue to I would like walk. I would try to like go forward. Did I hear? I heard the other voice.
I think Krieg was the only one that heard it.
Okay. So I guess in that case, then I would go over to Krieg. Did he hurt you?
I'm fine. There's more inside.
You look fine.
I know. Stop hitting on me.
I could have any man in this camp. Just remember that. It's mostly because I am the only woman. Shall we check out that ship? There has to be something interesting in there.
Yes, I think so. And I will get up.
Hey, are we still in combat?
Yeah,
Or-
we're still initiative order. So we're back up to Illumination Boy and Henry.
So Illumination Boy says, "I saved the innocents, and now I must go and get the criminals." And Naruto runs back into the building and runs into Henry, and he says, "Dr. Henry, where has the criminal gone?
What criminal?
The person who flew into this building."
I haven't the foggiest idea. He might still be on the ship.
"Well, I'm gonna get him," and then I run ahead
Good.
again.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish up
That's
this
me.
fire problem.
Okay. Give me another exert roll.
Oh boy. That's a 2.
Okay. The fire extinguisher is kind of sputtering out.
Yeah, shit.
By this time, there are a couple other people in the camp helping you. Like they're running over with fire extinguishers, and the soldiers are now moving in towards the crash site. A couple other people in the admin buildings are come out with weapons. Krieg.
Now I will get up and rush in.
Okay. As you enter the shuttle that is badly damaged, there is another person in a vac suit at some
Do they
kind
have
of
a-
controls, and feverishly like working a bunch of buttons and gadgets. And
So I'm just going to stop concentrating on my sword and go over and try to grapple them and pull them back.
okay.
Well, I mean, I assume they look like regular human size.
Yes,
That
they
it's
do.
not like some.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want an exert roll?
Give me an attack roll and use your exert.
What does that mean?
You have an exert bonus?
No, it's plus. Well, I have +0,
Okay,
but
so-
I don't know what. But so I do an attack roll at +0 rather than my attack modifier, my attack bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just do it as that. That's a nat 20.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm assuming you're pulling his arms away from whatever he's doing.
Yeah, and trying to restrain him.
Oh, yes, he is restrained.
So I will start trying to move him. Well, assuming I see no one else, I will start trying to move him out the door.
Okay. Strelix.
All right, so Skrillex is going to run into the wreck. I saw Krieg and Zavir ran in too, right? And Illumination Boy.
Yeah, they're all. It's
Everyone's
yeah,
running in there.
I was on my way. I don't think I made
yeah.
it.
It's
Okay.
getting kind of crowded here at this point.
All right, so I was outside of it. So if I start heading into, like, do I have enough movement to get in there and
Hmm.
see what's going on?
Yep.
Okay. So I get in there. I see Krieg is pulling some people, grappling with them.
Yeah, he's grappling with another person who is in this like brown, red, white vac suit.
Are there any other brown red?
The only other one is on the ground dead.
Okay. Krieg, are you helping him or hurting him?
I'm taking him out of the ship. He's an enemy.
Okay. Well, you look like you got that, and then Skrillex is gonna continue trying to find if there's any good tech to salvage.
The first thing you pick up is there's a long range communications transmitter that looks to be active.
Okay. So I'm going to. Is that something that I can pick up or dislodge?
It would take you. You would have to like sit down and focus and remove it to avoid any damage. But it's currently active, as in the process of sending whatever it's supposed to be sending, some sort of communication at this point.
Okay. So in that case, before I start doing that, can I make a program roll to try and hack it and see what's being transmitted? 11.
You know that it's attempting to ping its location with something else. So it's like sending a ping and it will ping back. So somebody will know that they are there.
Would I be able to prevent that with my roll?
Do you have any points in program? Is it a 0?
Yeah.
Next turn, I'll let you try to stop it if that's
Okay.
what you want to do.
Well, what if I just use an exert one of my my expert ability?
To
So how I get to make one thing an automatic success, can I use that to just make it happen?
okay, I'll let you do that. Yeah, if you want to just like stop the transmission.
Yeah.
Okay, it has been stopped.
All right, cool.
Zavir, Z, you're up.
I'm gonna see. I see Krieg wrestling with this fellow. Does it look like I can get like a clear shot without hitting Krieg?
Krieg, how if you grappled him?
I assume he was like bent over trying to do something with the thing, so I would have come up and tried to like get him under the arms and behind the neck to drag him out.
Okay.
Full Nelson him.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. You've got a clear shot on him.
So I'll go attempt to shoot. That's a 1. Not a natural 1.
Okay.
As the shot goes wide.
Give me a D100 roll.
88.
It hits the inside of the shuttle, but does not damage any valuable critical electronic equipment that maybe Skrillex would want to salvage. So as you have grappled him, he just is like, it's too late. It's too late. You're all done for. The children of the sector will be here soon enough. Get rid of you rotten little fucking vermin.
I don't know who they are, but I know that ultimately Jagger Fels will win the day.
If he didn't have his helmet on, he would spit on you, or at least attempt to, but he's got his helmet on. Henry or Illumination Boy?
Yeah, Henry, you want to go?
The fire has been successfully suppressed by others who have assisted.
Now that the fire's been suppressed, I will go find out what's happening on the ship.
Okay, you walk past a dead body.
I will kneel down next to it.
Okay,
What do I see about the dead body?
it has been, I think, shot through the eye. Looks human. The suit has got a brown, red, white kind of striped configuration.
Am I familiar with that configuration?
Give me a no roll.
Oh my god, I get to do something I'm good at, guys! That's a 12.
So you have heard these briefings, participated in some of these briefings. These are the colors of the children of the sector.
Okay.
The sworn enemy of Sindhu.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to search everything on his body, see if I can find any documents or anything.
Okay. Give me a D6 roll.
5.
Okay, he's got 5 Tootsie Rolls in one of his pockets.
That's a bit strange. But not what I'm looking for at the end of the day. I'll pick them up just so they're no longer, taking up space there. Anything else of note on this individual?
Give me a D100 roll.
Oh dear. 32.
So, inside one of his pouches, you find a bunch of, like a packet of firecrackers.
These really are very strange people. Well, nothing more I can do for this guy. He's definitely dead, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yep, okay, good. I guess I'll continue on to the ship and see what everyone else is up to.
He has no obvious identifying names. Like if he had a name, a Velcro name or whatever, it's gone. There's no papers like describing who he is or anything like that. It looks, if you were to guess, it looks like he probably purged a lot of that stuff.
Okay, does he have his unit patch still, or did that fall off in the middle of the forest like always?
Yes. Why, yes, I'm glad you brought that up. He does have a unit patch.
Oh.
Let me see here. I actually can share that.
What? You're prepared?
Shh,
My
quiet.
God.
This is the patch that he has on.
Okay. Rip Tootsie.
The ones who gave it all.
Yeah.
Now, is that familiar?
Is what familiar?
That symbol.
Yes, that is very similar. That's Children of the Sector.
Okay, so we know the Nazi party's made it here. Very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna head up onto the ship.
All right. Illumination Boy.
So he runs up to Craig, and he says, "It's A+ student Craig, and friendly rival when we were in school. Do you wanna? I'm gonna help you with the. I'm gonna hit him with the illumination special." And then I swing my stun buttons around like as if I'm an air traffic controller, and then I whack the criminal with the stun buttons.
So like, shh, 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 shh.
Just give me a D20 roll to see if you just critically fail. I mean, he's being held.
I'll just roll a D20.
See if you hit Krieg accidentally.
I like to think that Kevin does his own narration as he runs.
Yeah, I definitely do. And that's a 16.
Yeah, roll damage.
All right.
So then he runs up and he's like, Illumination Boy came across Krieg, the A+ student and former rival.
That's exactly what I did. So I'm dual wielding, so I get like a little plus to the damage. I got 5 all up.
Okay. Yeah, where you just crack him one.
Thank you, Krieg, for holding him still for me. And that's my turn.
Krieg,
You also
you're
might
up.
want to consider, you can tell whatever story you want. You could be like, Krieg his life was in danger when Illumination Boy arrived and began attacking.
I don't know, Illumination Boy's a superhero. I don't think he'd ever lie.
Yeah, but we don't know that the narrator may just be Kevin.
Krieg, you're up.
Okay. I am gonna. So once we're out of the ship, I'm just gonna try to pin this guy so that it's less likely he's gonna get away.
Yeah, he's less. He's not resisting too much. Like initially there was a little bit of fight in him, but and then Illumination Boy whacked him one, and he's like.
So yeah, so I would still just pin him and just pin him in a way that Illumination Boy can continue to hit him with his stun sticks.
All right. Strelix.
So Skrillex is now that the communication has been blocked, he would like to try to carefully remove the long range communication. That'd be a fix.
Yep, that'd be fixed.
13.
Yeah, you've properly taken it without much damage. You haven't caused any damage to it. You've removed it
Excellent.
rather quickly.
And can I also safely like stow it somewhere? Like how big is it? Or does it like need to be
It's like the size of a VCR.
Okay. All right. So I'll just carry it under my arm then.
Okay. Severe. Z.
Krieg pulled him out. Sees Kevin. He refuses. Xavier refuses to call him Illumination Boy. Given to his silly antics. They seem like they got it. Is there anything else? And I see kind of Skrillex picking things. I see Skrillex kind of picking around. Is there? I guess I would check to see if there's any medical supplies. I'd also be interested to find out if they had any logs about where they came from, who they were, journal entries. There's a black box. I might be trying to find that.
Okay. Give me a notice roll.
6.
So there's like a first aid kit in here. It's been kind of pilfered through. There's a couple pieces of gauze and bandage, and there's a small little vial. Give me a D100 roll.
84.
It looks pretty full. It's got some sort of white powdery substance in it.
Do I recognize this?
Give me a no roll.
Oh, 4.
Yeah, no, I mean, not off the top of your head.
Self-raising flour. There's nothing suspicious about it.
I'll save it for later. And I put it in my pocket.
Okay.
And I would just continue to look around.
Okay.
Seems like Kevin and Krieg have got this.
Yeah, so at this point, the soldiers have pushed through the crowd and have made their way here, and they come over to you, Krieg, like, all right, we got this, let him go. And they've got their weapons drawn.
Be careful, he's with children of the sector.
No shit. And
we will need experts inside the ship to download their logs. They seem to have been up to something. This one I had to drag away from a computer console.
Who were you?
Illumination Boy. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Which were they talking to Kevin or to me?
Talking to Krieg.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That guy is really not being held at gunpoint.
Yeah, I shifted my weight onto his nuts.
Sorry,
yeah.
So.
I am Ganner Krieg. I was a student here at the Psychic Academy.
Okay,
I'm
nice.
a disciple of Fels.
The soldiers just kind of look at each other and like, if you weren't standing next to Illumination Boy, you probably would be. They would think you're fucking out of your mind, but they look at him and they're like, oh my God. Yeah, okay, sure. Nice.
I have helped.
Duly noted.
I have helped with taking down this criminal, and I also saved the innocents outside.
Sure you did.
He's not with me.
Just kind of shake their head. They look see you, Strelix. They're like, "Hey, what you got there, bud?"
Nothing. And he runs deeper into the ship.
All right.
And now we begin combat against Syndium.
Pro Syndium campaign. First combat against Syndium. Less than 1 second.
Yeah, well, I mean, at this point, I don't know what side Krieg would be on, so.
Who else is there? So Henry, you see all these soldiers start moving around. They start coming over to the body. They're like, "Get this piece of shit out of here." You find anything? You got anything on him, Professor?
Several Tootsie Rolls. And I should also.
That's the
note that-
damn devil's candy. Get rid of that shit.
Yes, well, there you are. And I'll throw them to them.
Yeah, this
Need
goes to the
this.
incinerator. That's what they hop these damn soldiers up on.
Yes, I'm quite certain.
We're going to go interrogate this other one.
Well, do have fun.
Oh, we will.
I'd walk out to see this and say, I might be able to bring the other one back alive. If you wish to interrogate 2 of them.
Why? No, don't. What you go to that psychic academy, don't you?
I did.
Yeah, yeah. Don't be touching that. Don't be touching these bodies there. Take you and your associate here, Red Abs, and go ahead and move on out. And take.
But we have to save the fallen.
Yeah. This one's
Even if
dead.
they are criminals, they need a second chance.
This one's dead.
This one's falling.
No, he can
I'm
brought
afraid he
back.
can't get back up.
Zahir is a great doctor. She could bring him back.
Oh well, she can start with you. You're pretty messed up.
Well, she's my best friend and possible love interest of Illumination Boy.
There's nothing anyone could do to save that boy.
Who are we talking about?
Kevin.
So more soldiers come up. All right, move around, move on. Yeah, Skrillex went inside the ship. Somebody find him, please. Skrillex, you want to come out, please?
Skrillex is trying to find a hiding place where he can dismantle the communicator into more discrete pieces that are more easily hidden on his robot chassis.
Give
Just
me.
like wedge them in there. No, these were always part of my chassis.
Like a freaking VHS player sticking out of your chest. This has
Get-
always been.
we'll start with it. Give me a fix roll.
5.
Yeah, this thing is like, it's not coming apart very easy, but you can still try to stow some of the pieces if you want with a exert roll.
Okay. It's a 2.
Okay. So 3 soldiers come up as you have stored pieces of this VCR that look like a VCR, the long range communicator, which makes it pretty obvious that they're like sticking out of you. And they walk over and like start to grab the pieces. Like, come on, man, what are you doing?
No, it's mine. I need it.
You know the deal. We got to hold on to this stuff. If we deem it salvage, we'll give you a call.
Well, if you must know, this is a communicator. They tried to send a signal out, but I blocked it.
Okay, well,
Let them know that if it increases my chances of getting the salvage.
yeah, we'll let them know. Sure. Hopefully, it's still be able to salvage the pieces. Maybe it'll work.
Well, if they're not salvageable, I'll still take them.
Yeah, we'll put you on the list. Don't worry. There's forms and stuff to be filled out. You know how it is. No, you don't.
Forms.
So as the soldiers, more and more soldiers start to show up and like tape off the scene and start, removing the bodies, and everything starts to die down. Short human man with like curly brown hair. He looks like mid-60s. You would know him as Rainbow. He is the head of the Psychic Academy. He comes running over. He's like, oh, what's happened?
Obviously, a shuttle from the Children of the Sector came in and attacked towers and crashed into the building here. We were able to kill one of the people on board and wrestled another one out. The soldiers have taken him away for questioning.
Oh, I've been looking for you. You've been summoned by General Marquardt. You and Illumination Boy and Z.
Ah, thank you, Principal Rainbow.
How
And I
how
salute him.
he salutes you back.
We have restrained the criminals. One has been fatally injured, but Xavier can save him.
Were you able to use your batons?
Yes, I did. I gave them the Illumination Special. It is my signature move.
I'm sure it was beautiful. I'm sorry I missed it.
Yes, my buttons glue very brightly.
Did you say that General Marquardt wants to see Kevin? General Marquardt.
Yes, the three of you specifically, and there's some others. But I'm not privy to who they are. But quickly, now would be the time.
Yes, sir. And I salute. And Naruto run away.
I should go and change before I go and see General Marquardt, so I bow and then leave.
As Kevin is like Narutoing, I try to grab his arm.
Oh, yes, Xavier. Love interest, possible love interest. I mean,
the interest is purely one-sided, and it is not this side.
oh, one day maybe.
Kevin, if there is a time to not be embarrassing, it is now.
I lean in close. I'm like, so should I bring Kevin instead?
Yes. I think it'd be good to have Kevin meet General Marquardt, not Illumination Boy.
Your wisdom is greatly appreciated, Xavier. Thank you. And I start to slowly walk to my quarters.
Yes.
What was the research that was burning?
It was something about hydroponics.
Oh, okay.
So Professor Minor approaches you, Henry.
Uh-oh.
Henry, how are you, sir?
Well, I've been better, as you can see. A bit singed, but none the worse for the wear.
I heard of your exploits with the fire extinguisher. They're all through the campus. Outstanding work.
Yes, well, perhaps we'll be able to actually afford some better fire extinguishers that work for a period of time. Or a fire suppression system.
So what do you make of this situation here?
Well, based on what I've heard, I make that, well, the children of the sector probably know where we are now, then.
It's most
Unless they truly
disturbing.
were able to stop the transmission.
Well, let's hope.
Yes, well, however they did it, they most likely followed the good general down here.
Speaking of the general, yes, I've got a request. Okay, he wants to speak with you.
About what this time?
Pronto. No, wasn't much with the specifics.
Well, usual, of course.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, we'll be off. You take care of yourself.
No, but you'll be available for cocktails later, of course.
Of course, naturally,
Yeah.
naturally.
All right.
And I will go to get changed into something that doesn't have burn marks on it.
Okay. Strelix, as you are leaving, moving away from the scene, lamenting the fact that you almost had some long-range communication parts. The shop boss, Carlisle, comes over in his gunmetal gray overalls. Skrillex, how you been?
Oh, you know, disappointed and missed opportunities.
Sounds like my life, but you've been summoned to see the general.
The general.
Yeah.
What would he want with an engineer like me?
I don't ask questions around here.
Should I polish my armor first?
No. You want to look like a working man to him.
Well, I certainly got that. Now?
Yeah, he said pronto, which I means pronto.
Oh, okay. And he starts running.
Okay. As you all either change or make your way to see General Marquardt at his admin building, there is his secretary liaison.
I put on basically what I assume to be the standard Sindoom evil wear, which is like a black leather turtleneck.
Gunmetal gray. Yes. It's got this symbol in the background, which it's got the fist with, it looks like 3 planets. Oh, yeah. So you're all waiting. You wait for like an hour, just like in a waiting room. And in the room, you know, is General Marquardt. You can hear a lot of yelling in here. And it sounds like objects being thrown, maybe, or maybe the desk is being pounded. It doesn't sound like a very pleasant conversation. One of the captain of the squadron or the soldiers comes out. He's like, looks like his face is white as a ghost. And he just kind of marches right past you, not even looking at you, just bolts out of there. And you can hear Marquardt, next.
I'll lead the way in.
Okay. Yeah.
And he kind of peers out. You see his red eyes and his metal head. They're all of you in here. Let's go.
All of us?
Yes, all of you.
Yes, sir. And I'd wander in.
Felix gets up.
Yeah. You enter his little office. His desk is unfortunately made of some wood that has big dents in it from probably where he was pounding the shit out of it. There is like holes in the wall where he has punched, and various objects that were probably made of something fragile that have been smashed. He has a big stack of papers that look like printouts, and there is one sheet of paper sitting in front of him, and he has circled, or somebody has circled and written a couple words on, and he's kind of looking and looking at the five of you and then looking. I need something done. And the five of you, and he holds up his sheet of paper. You can't see what's on it. He's just holding up the back. Five of you have been selected.
What do you need?
It's a very important mission to here at the camp for our survival.
I would love to any way I can.
I don't know. Kevin doesn't normally do missions. I'll be right back. And he runs out the room.
Don't mind him, he's a bit special.
And he's wearing his normal streetwear as like a Superman suit. He like rips it open, and then Illumination Boy's underneath, and he puts his mask on and walks back in. He says, "I heard there was a mission."
Very special.
They
Yes,
don't pay me enough.
What is the objective you wish us to achieve? I think we'd be glad to do it. We'd be even more glad if we didn't have to take Illumination Boy with us.
No. There'll be strength in numbers. I need you to go outside the base. I need to do some recon. Far beyond where the sentries can see. For critical
Isn't that
resources.
kind of dangerous?
Of course it is. It's very dangerous.
General, what happened to the supplies? Your ship was rather light, to say the least.
No, the professor's already talking.
There's not much to talk about. It's painfully obvious what's happening.
And
you
what
said
is
this
that?
is vitally important for our supplies, so something has quite obviously happened to our supply chain.
Yes. We're not getting the resources that we expected.
Are
And
we
then-
expecting a big push?
No. This camp needs to be more self-sustaining. Also have we're also getting, the camp is also getting more people, apparently.
Oh.
How many more?
Well, shit, you'll know. We're doubling in size.
Well, I could certainly see that as being a rather major problem,
Yes,
considering
it
we're barely
is.
sustaining as we are.
Now, I don't need to say this, but you don't go spreading around to the camp. I don't need any more rumors or stress among everyone around here. So keep it to yourselves.
I mean, isn't that going to be kind of hard when a ship just crashed?
The ships are least of our problems.
As I said,
Illuminate-
simply tell us what the objective is, and we will go and accomplish it.
The objective is to recon outside the base.
What are
Want
we
you to
looking
take
for
a-
specifically?
I want to know what's out there. I want to know if there's any raw materials. I want to know if there's any other settlements. I want to know if there's anything out there.
So a secret mission. I'm vowed to secrecy then, sir.
Are we permitted to engage with the locals?
In order to get supplies, yes. If they become aware of our location, they are to be terminated.
Very well.
Do,
Should we go on foot, or would we requisition a vehicle?
Yes, in the graveyard, we've got some parts of some old vehicles. I'm sure one can be put together in good use.
Skrillex, are you able to build a vehicle?
I can certainly try. I mean, it's within my skill set, but I would need time.
Can we do that, General Sir?
Can you do what?
Can we have some time, sir?
Yeah. As soon as possible. That's the amount of time you have.
And when would you like us to report back? An outside date?
3 days. Once you've departed, 3 days and return.
Is there another communication channel we could get through, sir?
No,
I
I
do have
don't
my
need anything.
compad.
I don't need it. You got a what?
A compad?
He reaches out and takes it from you.
Oh,
What the fuck you doing with this?
it was
What
assigned
is
to
the
me,
standard
sir.
equipment?
Yes.
Like the fact he's just been recording all of this for a TikTok video. Everything we're talking about right now.
Yeah, he's been live streaming this whole conversation, including we're doubling in size.
Vowed to secrecy. Presses record.
He takes
On illuminationboy.com, all of his subscriber is like, we're doubling in size. Right, his one subscriber is now aware.
One subscriber's that's out of
Yeah,
the sector.
my one subscriber is Zavir. Zavir.
It was a pity subscription.
And Illumination Boy thanks you for that.
He tosses the compad back at you. I gotta talk to Supply about handing this shit out to everybody, especially when you're. Oh, forget it. Just when you get the vehicle situated, head out there. 3 days. Report back. Tell me what you find.
Of course.
What should we do with the criminals, sir? Should we bring them back?
No. You fucking execute them.
Oh, Illumination Boy will never execute a prisoner.
That is okay. We can execute prisoners.
Good.
Illumination Boy is just shocked.
5 go and 4 return. I won't ask any questions either.
Illumination Boy was a diversity hire, so we filled our quota.
All right.
Are there any special supplies that we'll need?
No, we can't spare any.
Should be able to get any additional firearms or ammunition that we'd need for the journey from the armory.
Additional? Aim better.
Dr. Henry, there must have been some blueprints in amongst your research.
What the fuck?
There must be some blueprints for a vehicle amongst your research, Dr. Henry.
I feel as though we are now wasting the general's time. Surely we are dismissed, sir.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Krieg.
Thank you.
I'm
I
not
will
saluting you. Get
turn
your
and
ass out of
walk
here.
out. I also
Yes,
do
sir.
not salute him, but I turn and walk out.
You will not be disappointed. No.
He already is. Let's continue.
He gets out behind his desk and walks over as he sees you leave and just screams, Myron! And that's his little assistant, who's a human man, balding, like 30 years old, comes running in and he's like, how the hell? And as the door closes, did we?
Well, we should collect whatever supplies we'll need to survive outside the compound. Rations, survival gear, tents, presumably. What is, I mean, I assume the whole, is this like Star Wars rules where the whole planet is one environment? Like the whole thing's
As far as you know, yes.
Arid wasteland?
Yes. As far as you know, yes.
So we probably need to pack all of our own water then?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How would we be traveling, Peter? Based on the picture you sent us, we appear to be on a giant tabletop.
Yeah, it'd be some kind of vehicle that you're going to have to piece together.
How will we have to fly, or would we be able to travel via the tabletop?
Yeah, it's going to be so. This like plateau, you're going to go outside. You're going to basically examine the plateau.
We're examining the actual plateau that we're on, though.
Yeah.
Correct.
Mhm.
Okay. So a land-based vehicle would be plenty for our needs.
Yeah, and you don't have. There's the only thing that flies is the general's ship, and he ain't going to give it to you.
What if we ask nicely?
Still, you would think the easiest way to survey the plateau would be for him to have, I don't know, taken a picture of it as he was landing.
That actually begs a question. Do you think at the graveyard we'd be able to find any materials to make a drone and just send that up into the sky and take pictures with that, or a balloon with some string and a camera?
You sound like you're trying to get out.
Yes.
Well, I mean, at the very least, a small helicopter-like drone would be tech level 3.
That could be easy enough to make. Actually, that begs a question. Peter, how hard is it to get helium here, or hot air in general?
This is very easy. Just look at Kevin.
This is true. Well, if we want to do something quickly, we can just get Illumination Boy, bring your compad with you. We'll tie it to the bottom of a balloon and send it up for live
His
streaming.
compad was confiscated.
No, he gave it back.
He gave it
Okay.
back. Yep.
He just deleted all the apps.
Damn his eyes!
I pat the compad I had because it was in the list of standard equipment. But I did not show to the general.
Yes, we could just live stream a compad with a balloon on it and use that for reconnaissance. Easy enough.
It is not the same as being boots on the ground, Dr. Henry. We'll get Skrillex to build us a car.
I think you underestimate how long it will take to build such a thing.
Or the graveyard might have something that's already completed and we just need to replace a couple of parts into it. Nonetheless, we should go and examine the location at the very least.
I agree. See what we have to work with before we give up.
Worst comes to worst, we go back to the balloon idea.
Okay, so you go back to the vehicle graveyard. There's one vehicle that's got a decent chassis. I mean, it will need some tires. It will need like, if you want seats, it will need to be refurbished. So basically, what we'll do, and this is probably a good stopping point, is that we will. Go ahead.
We will need some sort of montage.
Yes, we will need a montage. Everybody will contribute to the building of the vehicle, and you will roll a skill check to determine how well you succeed in what you're contributing to the vehicle. Same deal. Can't use the same skill. So,
Okay.
if you want to do that now, or we can wait. We'll do it at the beginning of the next session. All right.
I can do the administer skill.
Okay. So.
I have it.
So how are you? What are you doing?
I'm going to organize everyone. Go ahead and make sure that we're all on track. We have all of the wrenches in their proper place within the tool chest, so we don't have to go looking for all the tools and everything.
Okay.
Also, make sure we get all the supplies we need for the mission.
All right.
Unless anybody else has ranks and fix, I'll do the actual tinkering.
Okay.
Well, I can use telekinesis to lift up to 440 pounds. So any heavy parts that need to be moved, I can help with that.
Illumination Boy is going to help by getting like LED strips and making the car look flashy, so it looks good. He's got some at home, so I'll
What-
use a
what
perform
skill is
roll for that.
So,
That'd be perform, I think, because I'm trying to make it look good, you know. So if we roll up to someone, they'll be like, "Nice neons, yeah,
Got the spinning rims on the damn thing.
yeah."
Okay.
I'm in charge of the aesthetics.
I would. So which skill did you use, Krieg?
Telekinesis.
Oh, okay. I will use exert to help like I'll hoist tires up.
Okay.
For those situations where you need two hands, so to speak.
I got a 6.
I got a 13.
I got an 11.
Good, an 8.
Okay. So you work into the late hours of day 242 as it turns to 243, putting this vehicle together for your mission outside the base. And we can stop right there. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Peter, I sent you an idea I had for my focus,
Okay.
the neck.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
So it should be interesting.
Think so.
Cool little world we're in. I like it. It's very like fresh.
That was fun.
Good.
I'm looking forward to having like a terrestrial campaign, but with this system and see how it goes.
Yeah, I figure with the whole Mad Max feel, it'll be kind of like exploring these different plateaus and looking for resources and meeting strange, exotic people from other worlds and killing them.
And that's one of it's one of the things my character is really into, is because like you're supposed to take an outside interest, and Xavier is very academic curiosity for cultural norms of other societies.
Okay.
So that'll play right into that very well. Just to kind of generally know how other people live their lives.
Wrong.
Yeah,
What do we know about the people who live on this world?
Nothing at all, huh?
nothing.
Like there was nobody figured out if there were settlements before they landed on this planet.
If there were, they never passed it along. They basically wanted to keep the secrecy of the base is critical. They just didn't want people communicating or anybody leaving or anything. So yeah, if somebody realizes who you are and where you're from,
Kill them.
yeah, you would have to execute it. He would want them to execute it.
Huh. Okay.
We should name this vehicle Kindness so we can kill people with kindness by just driving over them.
Yeah, I will come up with the specs for the vehicle depending on, like, I'll come up with some kind of, depending on how the roll on the rolls. So.
Well, I will use a hustle point to whatever needs to bend in our favor, bends in our favor.
Yeah. Can I use my hustle point to put like you know, like a little zappy kind of bumper bar? So like
A
we
bug
can, like,
zapper in the front?
not a bug zapper, like you know, when you like drive into people and they get like stunned, they fall over. That's
Like a
Not enough to hit them. You need to also electrocute them while they're braking from the impact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he wants it to be non-lethal, but it's like
Yeah,
then
non-lethal.
we back up and like drive over their head.
Oh no.
Brandon, I don't know why. When you first started speaking, I thought you weren't. I didn't think you were going to go in that direction. I thought you were going to go. You wanted spinner hubcaps.
Yeah, that could work too.
These
Spike
illumination
hubcaps.
boys, so
I'm
the LEDs
thinking
make
like
sense.
there's got to be some like electricity in there or LEDs. Yeah, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Anybody got a hustle point left? Henry, did you use yours already?
I used mine and I
Oh
still
my-
failed.
Oh man, bet you use a hustle point. Okay. I'm gonna try to be better about that and never having people use them.
Yeah.
Two hustle points to make the car cool. That's nice.
Yeah.
It doesn't run well, but it looks cool.
Hmm.
I'm tempted to revise and say I use my hustle point to make his electric stun bumper lethal.
Oh,
If you want to, after he leaves, you can make it lethal.
You said it.
No, I don't have any problem with interrogating people before we kill them. I think that's a fair point. Good idea, Illumination Boy.
thank you, AFS student Krieg.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
That's fine.
Alright.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.